Namaste London is a Bollywood movie that was released back in 2007. It was directed by Vipul Shah and it stars Akshay Kumar, Katrina Kaif, Risha Kapoor, Javed Sheikh, Upin Patel, and Clive Standen. It apparently is based on a true story of Akshay Kumar's friend, and it's about an Indian businessman played by Rishi Kapoor who moves to London and raises his daughter, played by Katrina Kaif, in a very British, or for lack of a better term, Western environment. After Kapoor's character takes his family on a trip to India, he forces his daughter to marry a traditional Punjabi man, played by Akshay. Akshay immediately falls in love with Katrina's character, but she doesn't really reciprocate his feelings. She and her family then go back to England, leaving Kumar in India. Kumar then decides to go on a journey to London to try and win over Katrina's heart. Meanwhile, she's in a relationship with an Englishman played by Clive Standen. Why am I talking about a movie, a random Bollywood movie from almost 14 years ago? It's because it really made me mad when I came across it on Netflix a few months back. This movie, to me, is pretty disgusting and toxic. I honestly feel like I need to just talk about why I don't like it, so I never have to think about it again, ever. But let's start with some positives first before I go into full-on rant mode. The movie has a very nice visual aesthetic to it. It's very vibrant and colorful, especially with the scenes in India and the musical numbers, which are actually very appealing and well choreographed. The acting from the Indian actors is also really good. Katrina, Rishi, and Akshay are all very charming and good in their musical numbers. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about why I think this is grade A trash, okay? The whole point of this movie is to talk about how England is this horribly intolerant and cartoonishly racist country, specifically when it comes to South Asian immigrants in England. Now, before I start talking about this movie and racial relations, I just gotta point out that I have Punjabi heritage myself, so don't accuse me of anything stupid, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. The reason why I only complimented the Indian actors' performances and not the English actors is because this movie doesn't really treat most of their characters, the English actors, like they're human beings. There's multiple scenes where Katrina's English boyfriend and his English family start acting like stupid caricatures. The scene where Katrina, her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's family are on a boat mingling with each other it's really cringeworthy. The acting from the English actors is absolutely insultingly terrible. It's a big mockery of English people. And they start talking about chicken tandoori, snake charmers. They reference Winston Churchill quote about calling Indian people goons. It's really bad dialogue, honestly. There's nothing realistic about it at all. And it's a big problem with the English cast members. Then another subplot is about a Pakistani dude in England, played by Upin Patel, who wants to marry an English woman, but is being forced by her parents to change his name to an English one, convert to Anglicanism, and give them written proof that him and his family aren't terrorists. Then later at the end of the film, Upin's character brings his English girlfriend to his Pakistani family, and they completely accept her without any conflicts whatsoever. Again, the acting from his girlfriend's English family it's terrible, and it's really cartoonish. The movie has scenes with Katrina's boyfriend racially abusing Akshay and his Indian friends when they beat him in a game of cricket, as well as the boyfriend doing the same thing to Katrina's character at the end before their Anglican-style wedding. And the movie finishes with Katrina abandoning her boyfriend while he's waiting for her at their wedding, abandons her whole Western life that she was born and raised in, and lives with Akshay in a traditional life in India. Here's the major problem. Saying Indian culture is superior to England doesn't make any sense, and it's not based on any facts. Modern English people don't act like the English people that you see in this movie at all. Maybe one out of like a million, but that's about it. And even then, it's not in the same way or the same severity as this movie. Yes, there are complications nowadays with the racial relations between English people and Indian or Pakistani immigrants, But the way this movie tried to handle it is terrible. If this was trying to be a straight up comedy about racism like Blazing Saddles, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But it's trying to be an actual serious film and give a serious and legit political message, especially towards its second half. Here's the problem. If you want to make a movie about this subject, you have to handle it like an adult. You can either make a cartoonish and over-the-top comedic satire of racism like Blazing Saddles, or you make a well-crafted, well-acted, and realistic drama about it like Gandhi, the Ben Kingsley movie. But you can't do both. To see an entire ethnicity being degraded to an insulting, over-the-top, and dehumanized role in this movie feels really unwarranted and just unpreachy and just wrong in general. Don't act like the Western world is this hellhole and India is superior, even though India has just as many, if not more, political issues than England. If you want English people to be the villainous characters in a movie, try showing it in a realistic manner. Also show both a good side and a bad side to their characters, not just take away their good side and make them into caricatures. When it comes to racist people in real life, we should try to reason with them, try to bring out their human side, not pretend it doesn't exist. Even racist people don't act like the racist people in this movie. The best thing we can do to racist people is to make them feel loved and make them learn how they can love others, not just shut them down entirely and toss them out of the equation. I really don't like this movie at all. I give it a 2 out of 10. Those 2 points are only for the music and the Indian actors' performances. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.